friends, it is Princess Rosa and welcome to my very first Draw With Me, where I'm just basically trying a bunch of different things to see what works. So in my journey to rediscover my love for art, I decided to start a sketchbook because, believe it or not, I have never completed the sketchbook before in my life, so I thought it was about time. I am skipping the very first page to avoid the anxiety of having a really pretty drawing at the very beginning, so I'm just gonna go right through the middle, and I do have a project for these two middle pages. In the first page, I'm gonna draw myself the way I look when I'm recording this, and then in the page next to it, I'm gonna draw myself the way I look when I complete the sketchbook. So I did some basic thumbnails and I choose my favorite one, and that's the one that I'm gonna go for. So fun fact, this self-portrait is already outdated. Like a week after recording this, I got a new haircut, so yeah, but I don't care. I think that's just gonna make the final drawing more fun. So I'm using right here a Crayola Twistable. This is not a professional art supply, this is for children, but I've been using this, I guess, crayon/pencil since I was a child in middle school, and it just works right for me. I don't know, it's super easy to erase, so that's why I'm sketching with it. And you cannot see what I'm doing right now, but that's because my initial sketches are usually really light. I don't put a lot of pressure into it, but don't worry, eventually you'll see something. But you can see, in fact, my head popping in just because I really like to get close to my drawings, so I'm sorry for my messy hair. Again, I got a haircut, so you can no longer judge me for that. So, turns out I don't do traditional art. I'm pretty sure I used it in middle school, but I have never done a full render piece, and I'm not gonna fill this sketchbook with only render pieces. No, I would die if I do that. But I just want to have a couple of pieces where I'm experimenting with different materials and different stuff. And I thought the very first drawing would be really cool to inspire me. So right here I'm trying just to draw myself the way I looked at the moment. I was actually drawing myself with the shirt that I was wearing at the moment, or the blouse. I think it's a peasant blouse, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, after doing the light sketch, I'm just gonna go with a zebra mechanical pencil over everything just to have a more defined sketch. And this is where you can finally see things happening as I'm drawing, so I'm glad. As a digital artist, I fully depend on all of my tools, including the morphing and roughing tools and the transform tools. So I think there were a few mistakes with this drawing. I think the eyes are way too separated, but I'm not sure. I just know that in digital that wouldn't have happened, but I also think this is why I need to work more in traditional to not fully depend on all of the digital tools, because let's face it, that just makes my progress way slower when I'm sketching and doing quick drawings. And I don't know if you noticed, but I am narrating as I'm recording. I don't know if you can see it because I'm actually narrating what I'm doing and not just talking over a speed paint, which it is pretty hard, guys. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm having a lot of anxiety right now. But anyways, I am lining everything with a Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen. These are similar to the Sakura Micro Pen in the way that they are both compressed inks, but I just find these way easier to use and better. I'm using a size small and a size extra small for this drawing, which I only have those in the medium and the brush, but I don't feel confident enough to use a brush yet. So one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing a sketchbook was because I had a portfolio revision recently, and the person that checked my portfolio said that my art looked way too clean and that I just had to make my art look more organic. And this person asked me if I did traditional art, and I said that I didn't. So he said that I was probably used to having everything look perfect because of digital, so I should experiment a little bit more with traditional, just to lose a little bit of perfectionism and allow myself to make messier lines. Which is something that I'm actually struggling with right here in this drawing, because I don't know, I just feel that I grew up in that era where digital art was super polished and like super clean, and it didn't look natural at all, and that just stuck with me since forever. But I'm hoping that with this project I can just break loose in my art and just, learn to enjoy it again. I decided to surround myself in flowers because I didn't want my portrait to just be floating on a white background, so I just added a few things of visual interest. I'm terrible at composition, so I have to improve on that, and I don't know, flowers are always an easy escape, so You know, I'm not necessarily trying to break out of my comfort zone here. I'm breaking out enough by just doing traditional art instead of doing digital art, and I'm breaking out even more by narrating live. For the past few months, I've been struggling with getting in the zone when drawing. Like, I don't get immersed in my drawings, and I feel that with this simple drawing of something like I never tried before, I really got in the zone, and I just felt really happy of how concentrated I felt over my art, and just not just because I was making it for a video. I was genuinely having a fun time just experimenting with things. So for coloring the skin, I'm using a regular Faber-Castell pencil, nothing too fancy. I'm using this for the skin because I don't have really I don't have light tones when it comes to watercolor markers, which, by the way, I'm going to be using watercolor markers, but I'm not going to be using water on them because this paper cannot resist wet materials. So yeah, for the skin I kept it simple. I did the base color with pencils, and I just did the shadows with the watercolor marker, as you can see right now in the drawing. I was actually really scared of overdoing the shadows at the moment that I was drawing everything, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna keep things really simple in order to not stress about it. I have really dark brown hair, so I'm just going in with the marker, and I thought, you know what, if I need to add shadows, I can just go in with like a pencil and, I don't know, a black pencil, and then just color everything from there. I'm so sorry again for the messy hair. I don't look pretty when I'm drawing. I'm in my pajamas every time that I'm drawing. Well, at least in my pajama pants, and I just put my hair in a messy bun, and I just sit and draw. I cannot draw with like the pretty hair that I'm drawing myself with, but I swear in a good day my hair does look like that. I swear, I'm not lying. I think I had a lot of fun keeping the hair simple. If you know my digital style, you would know that I like to add lots of details and sparkles to my hair. That's usually where I want the focus of my drawings to be. And just chilling out in hair for like 10 minutes was just nice. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna draw in some black lines, I'm gonna add some basic shadows. I'm not gonna stress about achieving the quality that I achieve on my digital hair into my traditional one. And I think that's something that forms part of the route that I want to take when it comes to my art. I want to simplify things more. For the longest time, I've been wanting to have like this super complicated concept artist, like stereotypical concept artist style. And I just realized that I enjoy more simple things. It allows me to produce more art, and you know, simple doesn't mean it looks bad. It looks simple, and that's it, and there's nothing wrong with it. And I think something that I realized with this was that I really enjoy how short of a time it took me to complete this drawing. I thought it was gonna take me ages because when I do digital drawings, again, that perfectionism issue where I'm trying to make sure everything looks perfect, and then I take hours coloring a single simple drawing. And with this one was like, well, if there is a mistake, there's not a Ctrl+C button, there's like erasers and like white out, but there's no much that can do, so just try your best, and if you make a mistake, just work around it and try to make it work. And that's basically what I did here, because I messed up the colors for the shirt, but honestly, now that I'm looking at it through the camera, you can barely see it. A part of me wishes that I had added more details to the flowers, or maybe just colored the different petals in different shades of pink. But I have to remind myself that I'm a beginner when it comes to traditional art, and that it's okay that I keep things simple, once again, just so things look nice. I'll probably look some online tutorials here on YouTube and other platforms. I don't know, I just want to improve all of this because it was really fun. So at the end, I was just adding some highlights to everything, basically. I was using a jelly roll to add my white highlights, and just some color pencils in lighter shades of the same colors to make the hair just stand out maybe just a little bit more. I also decided to add a white outline around myself, I guess it's weird to refer to a drawing as myself, just to make her pop out more, because I've noticed that when we add white outlines to things, they stand out more. So I think it turned out looking like pretty nice, and honestly, that's about it. I am enamored with the way this drawing turned out, for being my first time fully experimenting with traditional art. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and consider subscribing, that would be fun. If you want to see more of my drawings, you can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All of my usernames are at It's Princess Rosa. I also have a Ko-fi where you can support me. I'll leave that link in the description. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!